What's up, everybody? The Chiefs just made another move, and it's for a pass rusher that is pretty freaking good when you start to dig in and dive in and look to see what exactly they're getting in pass rusher Joshua Uche of the Patriots. I want to dive into this trade just for a moment here, break down some stats and some thoughts around the trade. We did a video late last week, basically saying, hey, the Chiefs might not be done making moves because when they restructured Jawan Taylor after the DeAndre Hopkins trade, they made enough room for something else to potentially happen. So before the DeAndre Hopkins trade, the Chiefs had around $4 million in cap space. After the trade and the restructure, they freed up enough cap space to give the Chiefs more money than they had before the trade. So they had $6 million in cap space. Well, many were like, hey, the Chiefs are going to make another move. Then you wonder, well, are they going to make a move for a cornerback? Because they're looking a bit thin at the cornerback position with Jalen Watson on IR. Najee Johnson has a concussion right now. You've got some questionable depth there. Another group of people were like, hey, how about a left tackle? That's just not realistic. Teams do not want to give up a franchise or a solid tackle, not for cheap. The Chiefs can't afford to give up a bunch of draft capital, a bunch of money right now for a left tackle. But they will be willing to part ways with a pass rusher. Now let's talk about this. One immediate thought that I have here: when your cornerback room takes a bit of a hit, when your secondary is getting a little depleted by injuries, one thing you could do to help your secondary is to have an even more effective pass rush. The Chiefs blitz a lot, but they hadn't been getting home a lot, and you've got people coming back soon. So you've got Charles Omenihu returning. That's going to be somewhat soonish, maybe the end of the month, or the end of November, rather. It's almost November now. Okay, so you have Omenihu returning, but Mike Dana is dealing with a pec injury. Depending on how serious that pec injury is, you need help. Even if Dan is back in a couple weeks, he's had a pressure win percentage of just 4%. It's not extremely high. Meanwhile, Josh Uche, who you just traded for, has a much higher win percentage. So let's talk about this. The Patriots are trading pass rusher Josh Uche to the Chiefs. That's per Ian Rappaport. And it's a 6th rounder in 2026. He is a career Patriot. Been with the Patriots since 2020. Whoa, what just happened? Been with the Patriots since 2020. He signed a 1-year deal to return to play for the Patriots. So he's a free agent, from what I understand, next year. He signed a 1-year, $3 million deal. So prorated, the Chiefs are going to get him for 1.5-ish million. I haven't checked Spot Track or anything like that to see. But what you're getting in him is a guy that is pretty freaking good, man. Let's talk about, I pulled up some stats over here immediately after the trade happened. This is from Seth Walder of ESPN. Listen to what they said. Patriots edge rusher Josh Uche. He's got a 24.1 pass rush win rate. And I think that's this season. Back in 2022, he had an 18.5 pressure rate. That's the highest for any player in an entire season in ESPN's data set. Uche is also cheap. So this was like hey, the Chiefs should trade for Josh Uche. This was before, and it's because Mike Dana is injured. We don't know when he's coming back. He's not on IR or anything, so he might be fine. But he only has a 4.4 pass rush win rate right now at edge, while Uche is winning 24.1% of the time. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? Put him on one side, George Karlaftis on the other. You then have Chris Jones in the middle. And FAU is another guy that's a little intriguing. Like, he hasn't panned out maybe to where the Chiefs would like him to be yet, but he has been playing a little bit better inside. So you could kick FAU inside. You could then have Uche on the edge. You can have Chris Jones on the edge on some key downs as well. But George Karlaftis has been wrecking games the past 2 weeks in particular. I'm talking about him more in today's recap video. But yeah, I mean, one thing you need if you're the Chiefs defense is why not just get more pressure on the quarterback? You're going to win in the trenches. Chris Jones, Uche, Karlaftis, FAU. Mike Pennell's been playing really good on the inside as well. And you give up a 2026 sixth round pick. I believe somewhere, and Kansas City could reasonably get a 7th round comp pick back per Pete Sweeney if he weren't to sign and stay. And here's some highlights that I could just kind of let play while I read this tweet. But here, if I zoom out one more, can I fit this all? Yeah. So, as of right now, Chris Jones has a win percentage of 18.5%, which is great. Adding Uche into the mix right now, he would immediately be second on the team with a win percentage of 17.2. This is per PFF. So depending on where you look, the percentages are different. That's why ESPN has a little bit higher. But I just went for PFF. I went with their win percentage to measure the Chiefs and the Patriots and kind of looked at them all. So Josh Uche would immediately be second on the Kansas City Chiefs in win percentage, 17.2. Turk Wharton, who is having an incredible season, is third at 12.5. Josh Uche is winning almost as much as Chris Jones is. And again, Chris Jones is his own beast because he's double teamed almost all the time. It's a whole different conversation. But he'd also be fourth in pressures with 13. He had a career year in 2022, 11.5 sacks. Since then, a little bit quieter, but I'm not going to judge him too much off the Patriots. I know they're a defensive, like Gerard Mayo's a defensive-minded guy, but just put him with Joe Cullen and Spags and let them cook this guy up. Again, on the last year of his deal, it's for a 2026 sixth round pick. And again, if you like, PFF grades aren't everything. I'm not saying that, but Josh Uche has the second highest. Where are we at here? Is this just for edge? He has a higher pass rush grade than any edge on the Chiefs. I think if we let me add defensive interior. Yeah, he would, again, be second right behind Chris Jones. You look at pressures, it would be on the team. Chris Jones has 33. Karlaftis has 28. Uche has 13, which is right behind Turk Wharton, who has 17. So I like this a lot. You don't know the severity of Mike Dana's injury, right? But, dude, if you're struggling in the secondary, just from a depth perspective, go get pass rush. Like, get to the quarterback, have them shook up, have them rattled. Spags is already cooking up a ton of blitzes. He blitzes like top 5, top 7 in the NFL from a blitz percentage perspective. And let Uche, George Karlaftis, Chris Jones, FAU, let them cook. Then you have Charles Omenihu returning probably by the end of the month. This is what you need, man. The Chiefs are all in a smart way, eyeing this three-peat. You need wide receiver help for Patrick Mahomes, D-Hop. And we'll talk about D-Hop in tonight's video, but when he was out there on the field, this man was winning in man coverage. It wasn't even close. Patrick Mahomes is going to look at the coach's film from this game, and as soon as D-Hop gets acclimated, literally, if D-Hop and Travis Kelce are out on the field together, Mahomes his read progression is going to be D-Hop, then Kelce, or Kelce, then D-Hop, maybe the occasional deep shot to Worthy. But they're all in. They're eyeing the three-peat. They're 7-0, first in the AFC, first in the AFC West. Like, going and getting D-Hop last week, restructuring a little bit of Jawan Taylor's contract, who has been playing really good ball. He's been playing really good ball. No penalties the past 2 games. Didn't allow a single pressure for Max Crosby. The worry is not the right side of the O-line. It's the left side. But conversation for a different day. You're going to now have teams worried about their left or right side, their opposing teams, because of the pass rush help that the Chiefs just went and got. This is some great news. I wanted to give you some breaking news on this just because I found it worth mentioning. Found it worth talking about. The Chiefs are not playing games, man. You need some help? They went and got it. It does make me wonder, how hurt is Mike Dana? How serious is his pec injury? But you went and you got a guy for probably $1.5 million on the year, $1.5 million, and a 2026 sixth round pick. Veach is cooking once again. You freaking love to see it. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Darren Lawyer was just asking about his money. Yeah, it's under $2 million or close. It's somewhere around $1.5 to $2 million. and pretty affordable. Again, he's a guy who's going to win. He's going to... Here's another reason, honestly, why I like the Chiefs going and getting a pass rusher. To acclimate a cornerback in Spags' system is going to take you a while. A pass rusher on true pass downs, you could basically put him out there this Monday against the Bucs and be like, yo, third down, go win. I mean, it's not that simple, obviously, but it's much more simple for somebody in the trenches, specifically on the D-line, to go and get acclimated compared to a cornerback, bringing him in and knowing all the ins and outs of Spags' defense. I mean, don't get me wrong, Uche is going to take some time to ramp up as well, but he was a healthy scratch for the Patriots yesterday, and that's probably because they knew a trade was coming. Patriots, the old dynasty, helping the Chiefs dynasty get a three-peat. You love to see it. Let me know your thoughts on this trade in the comments down below. Did VIDS cook? If they're not done before the trade deadline, which is November 5th, who else do you think they could go and get? What other position? Cornerback is still an option, but I like the pass rush help. It does take some pressure off the secondary here and there, and it's only going to make this Chiefs defense much more scary. Omenihu returns soon. They're already one of the best defensive units in the entire NFL. The D-line has been an absolute brick wall against the run. You want to know a fun fact that I'm going to talk about more in today's video? To running backs yesterday against the Raiders, you want to know how many yards per carry the Chiefs defense gave up just to running backs? 0.86 yards per carry. This run defense is insane. You just got some pass rush help, and Uche Omenihu is soon to return. I'm freaking stoked. Can't wait. We'll talk more about the Bucs and the Monday night matchup here soon, but I did want to break this news, or at least give my thoughts around it. It's been news for 30, 40 minutes by this point in time, but felt like it was worth an update, a quick hitter live stream. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. And until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go.
How about those Chiefs?